What's up and welcome back. For those of you that have been here before, you would know I've actually switched sides. I've been remodeling my room, and I know Gerard, what's up Gerard, has been asking to see it. It's getting there. But yes, I did switch sides, and I'm super excited to be here with you guys today. What's good? What's good, everybody? We are going to throw on the old one. The first gameplay showcase, I know. So let me know if things need turned down, turned up.
But Alan, what are we seeing right here with the UI? Because this is our first look.
Yeah, so
Finally made it to a
right now
stream.
we
Ben,
spent a
what's
lot of
going
questions
on?
about,
You've been such a great
about-
supporter of the
about
channel. I
HUD,
appreciate it.
because this is the first time we're showing it. So
Make sure nothing's
kinda going over it
breaking
from right to
here.
left. On the bottom right is what we call our spell diamond.
Mhm.
So those are everything that you see in it are slottable spells. So we have
Okay.
over 20
Everything
slottable
looks good on
spells
my
that you
end.
can earn over the course of the game.
What does everybody
And-
think?
And that's where the player can.
What's
place them
everybody
and use
thinking
them and
for
access
this
them very quickly.
gameplay
To the top
showcase?
left of
I put out that
is you'll see
poll.
the D-pad, and on the left is
I'm
an
not
eyeball,
even
and on the
completely
right is
sure
a
we're gonna get
grid.
either of those.
So the eyeball is an example of.
I've
not-
missed you
not a
too, Gerard.
slottable
It's
spell, but
been-
what we call an essential
It's been a
spell.
very
There are
weird
certain spells that are used in very
month.
specific contexts.
I spent a
or,
lot of time
or that
with
we just want
family.
on the controller at times,
Mhm.
and Revelo is one of those.
I kind of got a lot of
That's
stuff
on the
going on,
D-pad.
but
On the right on the D-pad.
today is a
that
good
grid
day, and I
represents
almost
where you
tweeted
might
it out,
slot
but
spells. And so
Okay.
right now, today, we're not going to be going into the
after
spell slotting
February, I'm
menu
gonna go
because we
dark
feel like
on
there's a lot of
YouTube,
spoilers
so I don't
there.
get any
You know,
spoilers.
like, what are all the spells?
Hey.
And what can we do?
I would like spoilers.
I
but
don't
yeah.
blame you at all. But I almost tweeted it
but we
out,
do wanna
but
make sure
I
there's still
don't
some
love
goodies left to share
sympathy
with everyone. And
tweets.
then, on the left side,
Today-
that has the L1 button next to it.
And no one has to
That's
say
another thing that where we
anything. I'm
don't
sorry or
want to
anything,
spoil,
but
but
today
this
is
is-
actually
that's
7
where you
years
access
since my
your
dad
tool wheel.
passed.
So there's a lot of
So it's
magical
a
tools that
great
you're
day
gonna
to
be,
have something like
kind of
this because
growing over
it's
the
going to
course of the
lift
game.
my
And
spirits
so
just
that's where you would access them
that
rapidly
little bit
is
that
our
I
tool
needed
wheel.
today.
Okay, cool.
There are a few things that I left off the table on the right.
So
the green bar is your
I
health,
appreciate
and basically
WB and
there's a potion
Avalanche
at
for
the bottom
having
of the heal. The bar above it
these
is
events, and I'm
that.
super
I
excited.
love
I'll
it.
have
And,
my
all the way
reaction
on the
going
left
out
is our mini-map
after
with an
this.
overhead view of where you are
So I'm
currently
going to
in the
clip
summon room.
this
Updates as you travel through,
stream, and I'm
Hogwarts
going to
and beyond,
actually
the
throw it
world.
together,
And
which
for those
reminds me,
fans out there
I
that
need to
aren't
hit
a huge fan of
record.
mini-maps, which don't exist, there's also options to
Yeah,
move
thank
the
you,
mini-map
Gerard.
and turn on or off different elements.
Cool.
of
I'm going to
our
clip it
HUD.
all together. I'm going to post it as a video
We'll
with
go
some
more
kind
into
of
the spells
highlights
as
and
we get
stuff
into
like that.
combat, but
And
that's
then
what
Friday,
you're seeing there. And
for
this
those
is
of you
our
who
HUD.
don't know,
Also, Andrew's giving
we
us
are having
good
a
look
mega
over
stream
here.
on
I wanna
podcast
call
now.
out,
There will be 10 of us
I'm a big fan of the bedside
answering
tables in the
questions.
dormitories.
Thank you.
Very nice bedside tables.
They are.
Me, Retro,
Yeah.
Podcast Now, Ben Snow, who is
There we
featured
go.
in this one, Professor Lynette,
Walking
obviously
out
everybody,
to-
Hogwarts Legacy Explained. We're all going to be answering questions Friday. And then Saturday, I should be having my full kind of breakdown analysis of this going up.
Is amazing with this.
I am not streaming on my channel. I'll
Here,
actually be just
this
on
is
Podcast
unique
Now's
music that
channel.
you're
So
hearing for the Hufflepuff
what we did
Comic.
last time is just we
Go back
used
to those common
StreamYard,
room videos we
and
released. You'll notice the
everyone
music's
just
a
kind of
little bit
answered
different, and that is
questions.
entirely
Like
intentional.
Alex would ask questions, we'd all kind of just go around answering them.
We just want to welcome you to your.
It was really fun.
home
We
every
had-
single house. It's a
I
little
think
bit
we
different.
had
You
one
can customize that experience.
November,
Oh
the
my
first
God,
week of
this is
November,
Look at
and then we planned this one
Some
right before
beautiful
Christmas to
design.
try to get
I-
everybody
we could
together.
Spend like the entire rest of the stream just in the common room here and talking about it, and I'm sure Boston.
What's
and
up,
James
Mert?
could be, like,
So the next
freaking out
showcase,
over-
I don't know when that's going to be. I would guess January.
The round doors, the hanging vines, even the dancing badgers.
But if
on
I
the
had to
front
take a
door.
guess,
Earthy vibe.
Yeah.
It's very,
Alex
very
has a
earthy.
surprise for us
Which is
on
like
Friday,
elements
so
for
it's
each of the
either going to be
houses.
Alex,
Hufflepuff is earth, Ravenclaw's air,
or
Gryffindor's
based
fire,
on how they're
Slytherin's
going,
water. We really leaned
I
into
would
that
say
bridge
Professor
model.
Lynette, because they started with
It feels earthy,
Expect to
though,
Go
earth
at like
and passageway,
15K
that's
subs,
what
and
we-
then
Hopefully it should feel very familiar.
Yeah.
Ben
yeah,
Snow
it
is
does,
about
it
8,
does.
and then Professor
But
Lynette
I
is
know
4 or
we don't
5, so
wanna leave,
I
but we're
think
gonna
they
be
might
leaving.
go
Thank you.
Professor
I
Lynette
understand.
next. If I had to
Oh,
guess.
the sound effects, though.
Also, they did
Like,
an African American.
looking
They're doing
back at
a
the past
Caucasian. There you go.
music,
Gerard had already got brought up.
hearing how
A Caucasian
Hogwarts
male,
sounds.
and then
That's
a
so cool.
female.
Very tactile.
Yeah.
Andrew's gonna
I
make
would
use
say
of one
probably
of our
Professor
spells,
Lynette
Revelio.
would be next.
Use Revelio right here. There's
Um,
a little magic going on.
You notice a little
It's my sister's birthday though, so I hope.
Yeah. So These are.
You hope you can get there on
something that
Friday?
we kind of interchangeably call Reveal pages. Or
How are you?
so
I'm
you'll
good.
notice a
How
bunch of
are you
things
guys?
pop up on the
Mert,
screen.
thank you
You
for
see that
the
that's an
membership
XP
month
for it.
2.
You can also
I don't
see
even know
the
if you know you
advanced
did that, but
called
I see your
Legacy
symbol
Guide
changed.
challenge up in the corner. So I wanna
Yeah,
talk about
Professor
that a little
Lynette's
bit.
Wizard PhD.
So we had to ask ourselves, what?
Mert has the subscription. I want it to.
May or may not be able to tickle that. But in our game, we had to answer the
Yeah,
question.
that's
you know,
the
we're a late
second
bloomer.
one.
What
So
does
the
that mean?
first
How does
one
that
is
affect
a
your
new
kids?
one,
Okay. Okay.
And so we have an answer.
like
to
when
that
you're
question.
the first month in it,
and
and
given
then
to
that
you by
one
the
is
staff.
after
So
you've
there's something
been
that
a
we
member
call
for a
the
month.
Wizard's Field Guide that's granted to you early on in the game. And the Wizard's Field
And then I
Guide
think
is
there's one at
how-
3
how
months,
you actually work on
6
catching
months,
up with your
12
students.
months, and I think I was
So
going to add
Andrew,
one
if
for
you
like
hit pause
24
for
months,
me
but I
up
don't know.
here,
I can't remember if I
move
added that one
forward
yet.
a little bit. You can see in our pause menu, it's got this book theme.
Wow.
That's your Wizard's Field Guide, and you can see your house.
We have
kind
10
of
minutes to
fresh
go.
overlaid
Yeah.
over
I
it.
think
Okay.
I'm
And then
also
put it
on the
your level as well.
last
So that
level
field guide
in Lego
has
Harry
this magical
Potter.
property of looking out into the world around you, and the reason why it's on loan from the Ministry of Magic and the professors
So
have
cool.
granted it to you as a late fifth-year student. Is
So
because
we've got to
they
get
want
back to
it
that.
to help you
Lego Harry
catch up
Potter
to the other
before.
kids.
Mhm.
And its magical property
Here's the
is to
challenge.
discover different opportunities. to
Here's the
learn and
challenge I'm
grow
trying to
all
face
around
right
you.
now.
So the way it works
We have
is, as you discover
56
gameplay,
days,
the game,
55 I think
it actually
today, days
recognizes that as a
before
challenge,
Hogwarts
which is
Legacy.
kind of
On the bottom.
locked into there.
Okay.
And Andrew, if you go in there, you'll see
Before
different
this
types of
morning.
challenges that are combat challenges, quest
Thanks, Mert.
challenges, exploration challenges, and you can see field guide pages on there as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So
1%.
Before
Field guide page.
that is very
today, because I
casual.
got
It's
I
one of the
think
ways
8 or
that,
10
the
platinums
book
this
itself
morning.
kind of
Yes, that's
fills out into the
it's
school and
disgusting to
fills out
think
into the
about.
school
Mhm.
and kind of
I had
highlights some of the different
104
types of
platinums.
challenges
I
and
think I'm at
different things to do around
112,
the school
110.
that you're
I'm
actually
trying
going
to make
interact
Hogwarts
with
Legacy
to
my
help you grow
200th
as a wizard and
platinum.
practice your spells. And so that thing that we
So,
just saw is not just a field guide challenge. for you
200
to
platinums
complete,
is
it's
a
also
bit down the
something
road still,
that players
but
can use
I'm trying to make
learn
it.
about the school as they're traveling around.
I'm trying to
They
make
spot
it there.
these little secret facts, and they can kind of play a little bit of a game, discovering all of them. And there are over 100 field guide pages. Just
Is that a protein shake? No, this is
Some
actually
grand
my
staircase
water
here.
bottle.
We're not gonna-
Circular
So
staircase.
I bought
all
this.
the
I
portraits.
don't know if you can see
And I
it.
did notice the flue flame just ignite right there, which was so
I bought
cool.
this. It's actually like an insulated
Fast
one,
travel
so it's
points
metal.
there. House hourglasses.
I bought it when we went to my wife and I went to
how much fun was it
Hawaii
designing those and putting all
Oh, they're
those in
gorgeous.
there.
because it's
But
That they're
hot
just
as
like on
hell
the
in
book,
Hawaii.
yes,
right next
It's a
to the
nod
Great
to
Hall.
it's a nod to lore.
I bought it
House
to
points
keep
is
our
not
drinks
a
cold by the
core
pool,
mechanic or system in the game,
and
but
We didn't
I've
treat
just
it
used it
like
ever
a
since.
gameplay system,
It's
but
just water.
definitely present throughout our narrative, and there are lots of choices where
I'm
we want to
honestly,
nod
I
to
drink protein
things that
shakes, but
aren't-
I'm
that aren't
not a
necessarily
big
gameplay
fan.
systems,
Yeah.
but we nod to them as part of the narrative.
over to the right.
I don't like
there,
the,
and I was teasing, that's the Great
I
Hall.
don't like the
over through those
pre-shaken
doors. Again, we're
powder.
not going there. He's just kind of like.
I'm just not really a fan of it.
No.
Cool.
I'm scared the game will
Here's
be
another
really
collectible
choppy on
page,
last
you know,
gen.
Just again showing you like just these things around Hogwarts.
I think it's gonna be bad on last
do and
gen.
pick up
Unfortunately,
and-
I don't think it's gonna run
That's a
good.
shot straight from the trailer too.
I don't think it
That
will
part
run
right there,
well,
I recognize
technically.
Might be giving you a little
I-
fan service
After
here with,
Cyberpunk
with
and everything kind of
callbacks to
happened
those,
with
so-
that, I don't think
This must be summertime because I noticed these are the
this
summertime
game is
windows.
clearly
These
started
windows will
being built
change
on
with the
last gen
seasons.
and
The
has
detail I
moved
put into this is kinda,
to
I get
current
surprised by it
gen.
all the time.
That's
didn't
a
even know that was a
sentient
thing.
magic castle.
and well, current gen being PS5, and I think it's
We're going. now.
being now built on a
Okay,
higher
yeah.
engine, so it's gonna be
This is where the
worse
students
on
and everyone kind of
PlayStation 5.
congregate, just to
I'm bulking, so I
chill
got to
out,
get these
play,
calorie
have it
shakes
outside the Great
in.
Hall before and after
Those are
meetings.
not great either, but it's for the good.
And I love the way.
So
that
that's
when
part
the
of what I do
castle
for my job,
interconnects to,
is,
connects outside, inside. There are pathways on
um,
both sides of things, so you really get a
if I can
sense
move.
of scope.
Part of what I
and-
do for
and
my
how
job
big
is
this
talking
castle
about
is.
When you see
nutrition,
things, like you'll notice a bridge over there. That's a place you
and
can go to and cross. Like
Yeah.
everything that you see is a place that you can visit.
Wow.
I
We tried so.
understand the whole protein shake thing as a
not just
supplementation,
the
but
student population,
you need
even
to
just
eat
the
right
greenland
first.
Stuff, it's Scotland.
Yeah.
And this castle's been here for hundreds of years. so
Yeah, I
just
think
the-
last gen's
the
broken.
moss and all the trees that have overgrown it. And
I don't think it's going to be good. So I bought
That landscape.
Cyberpunk. I've talked about this
Scottish
before. I bought
nation might look a little
Cyberpunk as
familiar to
a
you.
I thought I recognized it. I believe this is from
as a
the
PS4 version
Spring
before the PS5,
ASMR,
playing it on my
and
PS5, and
yes,
it kept
so that
crashing my
puzzle
PlayStation
right
5,
there
so I
that you,
refunded it. And
Andrew,
after I
take us
refunded
right
it,
back to
I am
that.
gonna tell Andrew not to interact with that puzzle. And
I
to keep
actually
moving
bought it
on.
about 3 months ago, 4 months ago,
We
when
can't
Edge
spoil
Runners came out,
everything. I
and
give you
I've loved it
everything.
ever since.
Hogwarts contains a lot of secrets.
Oh my god.
But this
Because
is,
Edge Runners
this
made me want to play it, and it's run smooth as the PS5 version, but
a really kind of central
the
area.
normal PS4 version
We're
running on
from Central
PS5.
Hall, and we pointed out the greenhouse outside, and we'll notice when we get down there that it's on the right.
This is a big hub of the school. Like it's
Let's
a big
see.
castle, but
We have
it
5
is designed
minutes.
so you shouldn't get very lost. This is kind of a grand.
I
central
turned this
station.
down, but I'm probably
But
gonna turn
each
it up.
direction, you know, it's
So
green over
this
there,
is
so the greenhouse
max.
is over there,
Everything sound good?
transfiguration
Good. Thumbs up,
courtyard,
thumbs
you
down.
know, library straight ahead. So it's kind of a
Cyberpunk was
hub
so
of
bad that
a
it
lot of
looked
the
like
castle.
PS2
Even the
game on
color,
PS4.
visually, you
You
can just
are
tell, okay,
100%
green.
correct.
green
Until they did the
hallway.
graphical
Oh
updates,
my
yeah.
God.
a lot of it'll be subconscious, but
Yeah.
it'll help you really learn the castle. And
Until
feel
they
like you know
released the
your way
PS5
around.
version. Good.
That's not
Good,
to say
good,
that it's easy to learn. All of us here still get pretty
Why don't
lost
you
in
guys
it
do
on a
this
daily
again?
basis.
Because I
It's
have
a
it really
castle.
on my headset also.
Great point.
By the way, congrats on 1.5 subs,
I love that
man.
Andrew's, definitely
1.5K
teasing a lot of things
subs.
here. I'm
It's been
noticing
great
he's
to see you
swinging
grow.
The camera this way and that.
Yeah, it has definitely been
Yeah.
quite an
He's got
adventure
this
filled
banana
with
space over there that's just like, yeah, I know
ups
what
and
I'm
downs,
doing.
I
know
think.
what I'm
There's that dragon. Oh my
This
god.
is another location
Obviously, a
where the
lot of
students
people
will gather,
would
you know,
love
and just
to
kinda chill
grow
out.
faster
And
or
an
slower,
opportunity
and
to talk to somebody.
well, never really
get a
slower, but
quest
faster.
here.
And I appreciate every single one of you guys. I would
Is
love to
everything all
continue
right?
growing. I would
Yes,
love to hit
I'm
2K
sorry.
before
I'm Nelly.
Hogwarts
by the
Legacy, but
way.
that's
I'm
it.
just
Kind of
so
seems like an
excited
offshoot
that
at
the
this point.
Daedalian keys are back.
I would need a
What
little bit of a
keys?
growth
The
spurt here.
Daedalian keys. Surely
Thank you,
you've
though.
seen them flying about.
I think they should have
Rumor is
dropped the
that a
news
former
earlier and
headmistress,
been more
Professor
transparent,
Mom,
especially with pre-orders.
conjured them to
Also,
protect
if
the
they
contents
said
of certain
this in
locked
November,
cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be
yeah,
bothered to disenchant the keys.
I
and
don't
they
agree
appear
with how
every
they
few
announced it.
years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Sorry.
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere
My
in the
wife
castle.
just texted me
If
about
you can manage to
potentially
get the
leaving
key
work
into the
early.
cabinet
Good
lock,
for her.
not an easy task.
They dropped
You
it
may
so
find a
late, and
reward.
it's just not. I made that video yesterday, and I'm sure most of the people here have
Perhaps
watched
I'll give
it.
it a go.
I hope you do. In
Um,
fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower.
I
You should listen
don't
for
like
them.
the fact that they are changing pre-order bonuses
So
after
kind of
charging
side
people.
quests are
So
really, it's a cool
most
way
people
to
buy
interact
that edition
with
or those
students,
editions,
with
the
perhaps other
the middle edition,
teachers,
the
with,
deluxe
you
edition,
know,
for
various
the
things
72
like that,
hours
as
early
well as
access.
teach you some more of the secrets of Hogwarts, I
And
think.
now they
There's-
took
there's
that
a
away.
little bit of
So
that.
Absolutely.
I just
Yeah,
can't.
so the students are a way
I
to
don't
kind of
like it. I
flesh
don't
out
like
the
how they talked
school
about it. I think they need to
opportunities
either
around it,
give
what we can
refunds
do,
or
and then those
compensate or something, because you can't release that
different
on the
interactions with
same
different
day as the standard
characters,
edition. You just
can
can't
also
do it.
offer different
I'm
choice
sorry.
points for the player, and then some of those things can affect things game wide. Some of these affect characters' lives, the ending of the game.
And sometimes it's just
Let's
about
see.
you being a little bit of a
Sometimes
nice
just about
guy
the
or just
mission.
being
I
a
may
jerk.
have been able to get a
So-
Series S
so
for
the
Christmas.
scale
You
really
may have
varies,
been able to.
but those opportunities exist for the player.
Wow.
I want
look at
travel with
this.
unsupported flight.
This is the Dada Defense Against the Dark
Travel
Arts.
with unsupported
Power.
flight. I'm not
Power.
100%
That's
sure what
like-
that means.
This
but
is one of my favorite locations in the castle, just
Unsupported.
visually.
Can
to
you
come in here and
elaborate?
just the richness
It
of
is
this area.
very iconic, very unique to anywhere else in the castle.
Somebody else that we can
I
talk
don't
to,
think that-
notably a younger student.
Yeah, she looks like a first year or an
Am I
11-year-old.
just like missing what unsupported
all
flight
right?
means?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Oh,
Everyone
without a
hates you.
broom. He means flying without a
Why?
broom.
Because
Okay.
Hogwarts is
Like
full of
Snape
bullies
in the
and
movies. Snape,
spoilsports.
Voldemort, things like
Leander
that.
Pruitt's one of the worst. That no-talent moon
Okay, I
mind.
got you.
I wanted
Gerard,
to make
well,
some
I
new
might
friends,
have been able
and
to
so I
get
brought my
one.
collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play.
Oof.
Are you familiar with gobstones?
Apparition. You
Little
don't take
balls,
until what?
like
7th,
marbles.
6th year, 5th year,
Round
6th year.
game. And if you lose, they spray you with a
Time
foul-smelling
is it?
liquid.
Is it up? No, it is not
I
up
haven't
yet.
much interest in a game that sprays you with odors.
Only if you lose.
But it's a minute
which
away.
I never do. Or at least, not often.
We're gonna close this. We're gonna sit right here. Smoke flying. Voldemort and Snape can fly. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the chat is going crazy. Got it. I'm just gonna type. Woo! There we go. I would be awesome for a sequel after Hogwarts Legacy. I think they're gonna make multiple, honestly. So if you're here before this starts, and I don't ask very often, but smash that thumbs up, because smash that likes button. It pushes this video out to more people to help me get those subs. See what wifey has to say. I wonder what Ben will ask. Oh, a 5-minute timer. We had to expect that, right? I thought it would actually be right on cue today, but potentially not. I wonder what Ben will ask. I don't know. I think based on... Hey, yo. What's up? So, based on what James posted for his behind the scenes, his vlog, it looks like everything they did was very scripted. So they scripted it out, they sat down, they recorded it, they made some cuts, they made some takes. His questions will be, they already know what's coming. So it's not going to be anything that is going to catch them off guard. So whatever he asks, I don't know. I think he's probably going to ask about... He might ask about Professor. So he's probably going to have prompted questions. He probably came in with like a list of like 10, 15 questions. And he said, here you go, Alan. These are the questions I have. What can I ask you? And they agreed, I'm going to ask you these 3 or 4. That's kind of how those things work. I don't know what they're going to be. I would assume something about a professor, but... maybe the Ravenclaw companion. They probably asked them to stay away from that question. Yeah, they kept the music from the films and worked around it 100%. I think that there's too many copyright issues, and even with this game, we haven't gotten very many copyright issues at all. And even Chandler was like, hey, you can use this music. So, and then if you get a copyright claim on YouTube, just send it to us and we'll take away. I got a PS4 Pro. Rip me. Yeah. So I met some of the darkest people on Twitter. For those of you that saw it, I tweeted out that they should have just delayed the game indefinitely, not just last gen, just to avoid spoilers, the whole pre-order debacle thing, that whole kind of situation. And I have met some of the most degrading people, and I appreciate that you guys here are not like that, because this is what is wrong with the world. Twitter, the comments, go F yourself, go F that, you're so stupid, blah, blah, blah. People hide behind their Twitter fingers, man. I'm like, you don't understand. This is just a blanket statement. It's my opinion. The most common statement I saw was, you're just whining that you don't have next gen or this gen. Bro, I have a Series X, a PC, and a PS5 sitting over there. What do you mean? Of course I do. It's just still my opinion. Twitter is really not a good place. It is the worst place. It is the worst place with the worst people. I know so full may a video. Wait. Hey, send me that video. You said somebody made a video about my tweet. I'll straight up react to it. I almost want to invite anybody that's got something to say about that tweet. I will invite them to come have a conversation with me and convince me that the whole pre-order debacle was a good thing. First of all, they released it horribly. Second of all, you're taking away pre-order bonuses, and I get it. But there's still a ton of PlayStation 4s in the wild, and now people are going to have to avoid spoilers. Oh, I would make a video reacting to somebody. Ben, if you can find that, send it to me. But we are about to start. Here we go. 6 seconds. Let me know if I need to turn it up in chat. Oh, that just cut. So weird. Again, Hogwarts. Same beginning. Let's see if they change, because they're both Hufflepuffs, Ben and James. Ben Snow. VG Flight School made that. I'll have to look. Ben Snow is a bro. Can't wait to talk to him on Friday.
Welcome to the Hogwarts Legacy
Chandler?
Gameplay Showcase. I'm Chandler Wood, Community Manager here at Avalanche Software, and I'm honored to introduce you to our panel today. First up, we have Community Guest host Ben Snow.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Thank you so much for having me.
And from the Avalanche team, we have Game Director Alan Tu.
Hello, everybody.
And Systems Designer Mackenzie Toner.
Hi.
Oh, that's
new.
new.
And finally, just off screen capturing gameplay for us, Andrew Corum.
Yep.
Today we'll be giving you a taste of the open world via Broom Flight, a deeper look at combat using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, and a look at your personalizable home within Hogwarts, the Room of Requirement, where we may even see some beasts. And we're starting right where we left off in our last gameplay showcase, just outside
Ben's
Hogwarts,
character.
which I love.
They definitely let him customize
You can
them.
walk out of the castle after walking through everything, and then just come out here and take off on your broom out into the open world. And Alan, I know that's something that you particularly like about Hogwarts Legacy too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of just being able to hop on the broom and go anywhere. There's something about kind of like the sensation of everything being open to you, and just I love the proximity that I can get to things. I love
animation
flying close
is
to the
dangerous.
ground. And I kind of wanted to talk about it just because I feel like you know, the brooms are fun for me, not just because of all those feelings of exhilaration, but because they're not just
So
I have a broom and it's done. I actually kind of like some of the mechanics.
I'm gonna hide myself here for a second.
You see in the lower right, there's a meter there, and
yeah, I was gonna say there is a meter
flying up or flying down. You might notice it draining or not, and this isn't the present day where all the broom technology.
So it's
is
right
well
on the
known and
D-pad
and
to pull out your broom.
Everything that we know and love. This is
What's
an
up?
earlier time where they're still trying to figure out. You know, we're not at the 3000 yet. We're at the we're at the 11. So.
Oh my goodness! I'm just so speechless right now because this is just so beautiful. The world just looks so. By the way,
dang, you can really
the broom,
fly.
Is that like the only one, or can you like upgrade that broom to go faster?
Yeah, so we have a shop in Hogsmeade, actually a broom shop. And so that sells a variety of different brooms. And it was important to us that the player could customize themselves based on their own aesthetic. So they're purely cosmetic, but if you talk to the shopkeep and help him out, he'll actually sell upgrades.
Yeah,
so you
those,
can
those
upgrade your broom.
upgrades will make it so that where normally the broom, you can only fly, you can only go at max speed. It's kind of like a turbo meter down there. You can only go at max speed without the meter going down, kind of closer to the ground. And as you raise into the air, you'll notice the meter drop. And so those upgrades will allow you to increase that distance from the ground. And the broom owner at the sporting goods store in Hogsmeade is trying to perfect.
This is a meter they're talking about right here.
And know it better, and you can participate that and get better and better brooms through that.
I see.
And I love that
oh my gosh,
encourages you to actually explore the world and kind of stay close to the ground. It's not just a travel mechanic, point A to point B. You're not just flying high over everything, although it is beautiful, something I really love doing, but as well. There's lots to explore on the ground, and so kind of keeping you down at the ground level.
And to me, it feels like it's got this kind of surfing vibe over the.
Oh my God, like I'm just like I want to snatch the controller from Andrew right now because I want to go to the mountaintop, I want to go to that forest, and to
If
that
he
hamlet.
snatched the
I wanna
controller
go
from him,
I don't know. That's how it's called.
Ben?
I think that's what it is.
No, it's awesome. We're gonna.
That graveyard was a
actually gonna land
dungeon.
Here, and I feel
Oh,
like
this is from
I feel
the.
like when you call it a hamlet.
This area is from the
is just perfect, just because that's what we refer to it as.
Summer
And so,
ASMR.
We all know from lore that Hogsmeade is the only all wizarding village within Britain.
Oh.
But we wanted other opportunities to kind of meet other characters out here and to kind of populate the landscape, so it's not just kind of
So
you know,
new
barren as
spells.
you leave out this direction and that direction. And so we just imagine these different dwellings, these different smaller locations that wizards might live in out in the Scottish Highlands. And so it's those, and so we refer to those as hamlets, and they're opportunities to learn those wizard stories, how those different locations have kind of like learned to live, what their relationships are with characters at Hogsmeade and Hogwarts. And so they're both quest opportunities out here and a chance to kind of get to know more of the area, even beyond Hogwarts and Hogsmeade that we've already experienced. And you also notice on the mini-map, like lots of little icons, and each one of those represent
that
gameplay
mini-map is full.
in the hamlets that you can participate in. You know, whether it's a vendor.
Mini-maps like that kind of
puzzles,
overwhelm me,
challenges,
I'm not going
or
to lie.
different
There's
secrets
just
that
too much
exist.
going on.
Each one of those icons are different opportunities for gameplay. And you'll notice that same thing as we venture out into the open world as well. So
Here, I'll show
when
you
go out
new
into open
spells
world
in the
and
bottom
you
right.
See those icons, whether they're on the mini-map or on your map or off in the distance. Those things are opportunities to say, like, I want to increase my inventory capacity. They're puzzles left behind by old wizards, you know, that you can solve that actually grant you those. If you see ruins off in the distance and you visit them, you might find opportunities to actually expand and learn about your ancient magic. And as you kind of encounter different enemies dotted on the landscape, sometimes those characters, poachers or dark wizards, might be
Hey, you can
hoarding
drink?
different, magical resources that are valuable to you as you're playing the game. So each one has kind of like a way to connect to our gameplay loops and provide different opportunities that just kind of reward you for poking around.
I mean, I right away want to just cover all of those points on the map just by going over there.
I'm not sure I'm a fan of the huge logos on the map.
So far, and that is
like,
getting on our flying
on the map, yes, I like
we're gonna
that,
hop
but
on our Onyx
like
hippogriff here. The
in
Onyx
the actual
hippogriff
game,
is
I
our
don't know.
pre-order bonus.
Oh my God! There he just like pops out of the back. Oh wait, you can use it as a horsey. I mean, a horse. I mean, that is a horse.
So right on the D-pad again.
As a hippogriff, you can
That's
you can
fantastic.
totally ride it like a ground mount, and you can lift off into the air. And we tried to make sure that each of those interactions, so the broom's really good at reaching that top speed, at
question marks,
traveling
too.
the world as quickly as possible. But sometimes it's really nice to get on the hippogriff because of that ground speed or those transitions. And sometimes it just feels amazing just
Dang,
to
that looks
be
so
riding around on a
good.
hippogriff. Yeah, it really is kind of like, I don't know, it's a great feeling being on it. And it's a great feeling managing those transitions, kind of going from run to fly and just being able to go wherever you want. And we tried to make sure that each one of these things that you can interact with have a unique identity and a reason for being.
The tool wheel is useful in dealing with high-level combat
Areas,
situations.
like a swampy area. By the way, can you go to like entire map anywhere you go? There are regions that are like locked from you.
Yeah,
or,
as soon as you, there's kind of a moment where the world kind of opens up to you outside of Hogwarts as a student, and right from that moment, early on in the game, you can.
I think
go
on
wherever you
minimap
want.
there
And
should
so
be no
you
icons.
might
I
find
like
more
them
difficult
on the
challenges
minimap.
in
I don't
different
like
areas,
them in
and
the
you'll see different
overworld.
spots as Andrew's moving around, like you mentioned the swamp.
Like in the
but there-
overworld,
we
I
have
don't
got,
need
like, a
another
coast,
flue
and we've
flame.
got
Like
different
I
types
see
of
the flue flame on the
environments
minimap,
out in
and
the world,
I
just
kind of know where it's at.
pepper
Kind of
your
breaks the
experience,
immersion for
reward
me,
you
but
exploring, keep you
overall, the
fresh.
game,
All those things exist
this
for you to
looks
be around.
So cool. And I love
amazing.
That windmill. It's like so.
We can tell why
rustic. Like I keep forgetting that this
it's
is
not
like
going to work on
1800s.
PS4.
The Wizarding World we've never really seen before. Like it feels so authentic. Like it's part of it.
Yeah, I love this vista too.
You want your PS4 to sound like a jet
I'm gonna have
engine?
Andrew stop here. We're gonna use a bit
Here
of
we go.
dev magic to change the seasons. Actually, I want you to see what this world looks like, covered in snow.
Yes, yes, please. I love snow.
Hey, dev magic. This is where they're dancing. Oh my gosh. Oh my.
This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is so pretty. Okay, it looks so realistic. Oh my god,
Oh my
it changes
gosh.
the landscape like completely. Oh my god. Does it have like actual like gameplay impact? Like impact on the gameplay? Or does it like it's just the weather Scotland.
Someone legit
yeah,
gift
we
that.
use it. We really use it as a narrative marker through the game. So as you're progressing through your main storyline, it was important for us to kind of like have those moments that kind of felt like when you're reading the books or watching the movies, where you'll see
Alan, who is like 50, looked so out of place and awkward. Oh, look at those. That might be a broom race.
Time while you're a student, going through your year at Hogwarts, and I think we wanted to duplicate that. And for me, it's really fun that it's not just on the outside, which I agree.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being old, okay?
But
let's just remember that.
Wow. So there are moments like when it reaches certain holidays or things like that, where Hogsmeade reacts to holidays and the school reacts to holidays, and you see the decorations around those environments change. That really helped just kind of make me feel like I'm there.
Oh, this just
and it's not just for the seasons, those kind of vibe things. Like we have a day-night cycle, and that day-night cycle, even though similarly,
I can't get over this.
About vibe. When you
this
go into
looks
Hogsmeade in the evening, there's less characters there. Around the school, you'll notice it kind of dies down and quiets down.
And 4K 60, if it's 4K 60, 4K 120,
but in that
man, it's gonna look good.
Is where we've kind of placed a few items where whether or not you can collect them or whether or not you can interact with them that are a little bit restricted by the day-night cycle.
And I love Andrew's flying up here, really high up on the hippogriff. And we're just looking at this view of Hogwarts in the distance. It's just absolutely beautiful.
If you told me 20 years ago this would be a game,
whether it's on a hippogriff or on
I would have slapped you and told you to shut up.
I mean, you talk about going anywhere, and
now it's a
you
game.
can see in the distance, and that's one of my. I still can't get over, like, no matter, I played this so much, but I still can't get over the fact that I can see Hogwarts out there, and there's just something beautiful about knowing that all of the things inside of it, the classrooms, the students, the professors, all the places I can go, I can just fly my hippogriff, land
watching
in the
in
courtyard,
480p.
enter the front doors, and just walk,
when
to
this
the
comes out in
library,
4K,
or to greenhouse or to my common room, that it's all contiguous and just kind of like one space.
Dueling
is still
feats,
exciting.
interrupt charging mongrels with the pulsar.
Right now, it's just absolutely beautiful. It's just, oh my God.
So they
As much
aren't
as we
showing
wanna
as
spend
much
a lot more time out
yet.
here just flying around, experiencing the world. I think this is a
I
great
think there's 30
opportunity to
minutes.
switch over to combat. And last time we
'Kay.
gave you kind of an intro to combat. This time we're going to really go.
Okay.
a lot more
I might
of a
have to
deep
hide myself
dive
here.
on using the Dark Arts Battle Arena, which is part of our deluxe edition. All right,
So
Andrew's
I'm gonna
got us
hide
in the
myself.
Forbidden Forest, which is where the Dark Arts Battle Arena is. Which is part of the Deluxe and Digital Deluxe Edition. I love the way that the Dark Arts Battle Arena is actually part of the world. It's integrated into the world, so your experience is more immersive than just choosing an option from the main menu of the game or something like that.
Reason to go to the Forbidden Forest.
Exactly. There are many reasons to go to the Forbidden Forest, but
Let's
he's also
Avada
wearing
some
the,
trolls,
Dark
legit.
Arts cosmetic set, and here he's pulling out the Thestral, which is
Can
part of
I?
that Dark Arts pack from the Deluxe and Digital Deluxe
Lit
Edition.
myself?
So we're going full Dark Arts here.
That's good. That's what I like going down.
But I
What
like
if I do
this
this?
battle arena. It is a great place to
Oh,
show
I'm
off
upside down.
really combat in a big way, because it unlocks some interesting abilities for you and allows you to really play around with combat in a deep way.
And is this like the only arena like this in the game where you can like practice? And
Yeah.
do
So in the base game, we have 2 combat arenas normally.
The Thestral is the only thing I'm going to use.
And each of the combat arenas are an opportunity to kind of just go through a difficult combat challenge, fight through multiple waves.
I was 3 years old 20 years ago.
Earn a different cosmetic
Thestral looks
for your
good.
character. And
Yeah,
add that to your
Thestral looks
collection.
amazing.
In the case of that's no different than the Dark Arts Battle Arena. That's also true, the combat arena. But one of the things that we're excited about in the Dark Arts Battle Arena that people can do is you come in preloaded with different abilities. So the unforgivable curses are something that
No, I'm
everyone's
just
going to have
floating.
access to through the base game and going to be able to earn. And they can make choices in order to kind of like add that to their repertoire. And they can also commit to that down with certain talents and things like that. When
So
you,
unforgivable
when you
spells
play the Dark Arts
confirmed?
Combat Arena, you actually have access to all those things as kind of like a way to test them all. And so it's a chance to kind of like
Stop
tour
trolling
and
us with
play
this.
with the Dark Arts and decide whether or not that is a path that you kind of want to go down. But yeah, everyone has the same ability to explore the
If
Dark
we
Arts. This
close
is
the
just kinda like a way
minimap,
of-
the game looks perfect.
And again, a great place for us to
Oh,
show
all
off
the
combat in
unforgivable
general.
curses
So I
right
think
there,
we're gonna
slottable.
Jump in here
Oh
and
my.
just gonna start battling.
They're all just
and we're
chilling
gonna
there.
start talking about everything you're seeing on the screen.
All right.
Color coded depending on whether they are unforgivable charms.
Cadavers right away. Oh my god.
Yo, that's just on a human.
Oh my god. Was that Crucio? Oh
That's
my God.
Crucio.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so that you'll notice right away, like when we use Avada Kedavra, that guy's health bar went from instant to 0, and we really are trying to honor the way Avada Kedavra works in the game, even in some pretty extreme situations.
So that dude's imperious,
like,
helping him
the
out.
meter takes up a lot longer to
a little
kind of build up as a way to kind of deal with its extreme power, just so that it's still fun to use. And then there's some ways that we'll probably talk about to
Yo, oh my gosh.
adjust that. But I don't know. I don't know if there are things on the screen that you just have questions about.
Well, like I see like little blue.
His body is still on the ground. Yeah.
From the enemies. Also, before like that.
So can you only use those?
Like, so in the community we call it the ancient magic sign. I don't know if that's how it's called.
Yeah.
In the game.
So the community is a
So that dude's just tortured.
On the development side and in player facing in the game, we reference that as your ancient.
Yeah, this is the Dark Arts Battle Arena.
So it is ancient magic.
That is, yeah. So as your abilities in the game keep growing and you become exposed to some of the secrets about your own kind of mystery and your own abilities, you start unlocking new powers. So one of those powers, you'll see the R1 button appearing throughout the game. That's an ancient magic throw, we call it, that allows you to kind of like draw an object to you and fling it at an enemy.
Okay.
But whenever you see the R1 or the L1 plus R1 appear over somebody's head, that's an ability to cast a very devastating and powerful ancient magic spell to do a ton of damage against the
Yeah, it
character.
looks so good.
And the way that manifests itself depends on the type of enemy that you're fighting. And you'll see a wide variety of enemies in here that are pressuring the player in different ways. You'll notice there's abilities that kind of bubble up under the player.
There's so much happening.
Force him to move. And there's different ways that we want the player to kind of move around on the battlefield. And that's actually a good link to the ancient magic meter in general. And the reason why I say that is because as you're doing different things in combat,
You can kill a boss in one hit? I don't know.
With your talents. There are different ways to get that meter to build faster and faster. So one of the most effective base ways to build up that meter fast.
My question is, can you use that anywhere or just in the Dark Arts Battle Arena?
Perform combos. So you see that combo appearing, and it's almost like you're
oh my gosh.
And then basically that builds up enough that you can attack someone. But as the combo meter builds up, at some point you strike someone and a piece of their magic kind of falls out of them. You'll see these blue orbs in the game world. And there's something that only you can see in the narrative, in the world.
Enemies got scared after killing Chris, legit.
If you can go up
Crucio
and those things and
is devastating. Look at him.
Big jumps to that ancient magic meter as we're playing.
We're talking a lot about spells and magic here, but I think there's another huge component of combat, and that is the tools that you can bring to combat as well to kind of
sliding around. Holy crap!
Change the way you play, and I think Mackenzie knows a lot about what's going on with the plants and potions.
And so the
this looks
really
a lot better than it
like
has.
A prior investment.
Bravo.
So you can bring the potions and the plants that you grow in the Room of Requirement to combat to essentially kind of help you defeat enemies a lot quicker and more efficiently. So some of the tools that you'll see here are like the rock skin potion. So that is something that basically covers your skin in this like rocky material that reduces the incoming damage.
There we go, rock skin.
So against big enemies, hard-hitting enemies like trolls.
So if you AK the troll off rip, does it kill it?
Oh my God,
Let's see.
He's just destroying. The troll just collapsed from whatever the kid.
Yes, it took down the whole health bar.
Which increases your health. And then we have the focus potion. So when Alan talks
Oh
about having to balance Avada Kedavra with a long cooldown, because obviously it's an instant kill.
I don't know, that cooldown is moving pretty quick.
Focus potion, and that will increase how quickly your cooldowns.
Oh, you can AK everything.
There's just so much like versatility in what the character is doing.
Just AKing everybody.
Just bouncing around the arena. He's like not. And the troll makes him move.
Look at how fast it's moving. You got that focus potion.
Yes, and so that's like when we
AK
about
confirmed one-shot kill. AK is broken. I'm glad this is only a single-player game. Like,
so
you're not
things
PvP.
Like the venomous tentacula that you can put down, and it acts like a turret, and it just kind of shoots enemies around the battlefield.
You just
that is so
AK a troll
every
time. Oh my gosh.
The battle. Yes.
No, that
I'm
was
gonna
super
save
important, so there
AK
were these like multiple ways, and so you can
for
see
the
there's
worst
a
people.
ton of different things you can use. The Mandrake is one, so you can pull it out and it stuns.
AK is
with, like,
meta.
piercing cry enemies in
But
a
can you
radius.
use it outside the
And
battle
another
arena?
thing
Is
I
my
wanna call
question.
out, that we're seeing on the side of the screen here is these dueling feats, which I love because I love anything that prompts me to play a game in a different way, a unique way. I don't want to get stuck in my style, you know. And so this is a way to, if you want to get stuck in your style, go for it. If you just want to blast people with spells, go for it. But we also want to have some things over here that may make you use certain plants or certain potions or block more or...
Yeah, we mentioned the field guide challenges in the prior stream, and the field guide challenges, this is the way that the field guide manifests like challenges for you to do in combat. And exactly to your point, we just wanted a way to encourage players to explore the different systems, to help them decide, to just kind of practice with them and explore what they want to be, because there really are so many different ways that you can push talents. When you see the green X's on characters, that's right, and that's kind of through your talents you can unlock this kind of cursing mechanic that sort of like links the fates of these different characters on the battlefield.
Oh my
that way,
gosh.
As you get as you're cursing different characters,
This game
they'll
will
begin
drug
sharing
my
them.
inner evil.
And so we have
yeah.
things like Avada Kedavra, which is the insta-kill. But
You are
if
gonna
you
become
curse everyone
Voldemort.
before you insta-kill this one guy, they can all drop dead for that kind of ultimate Voldemort fantasy. And so,
Oh my god.
there are dark arts fantasies. There's fantasies about being more of a defense against the dark arts characters, things like that misty step that you see occasionally being used on the battlefield. And we can also spec into our potions and plants to make them more powerful and more efficacious. So it's all about which
Well,
type of player
drag. Oh,
you
drag.
feel
I was
like
gonna
you
say,
are, and
well,
whether or
it'll
not
drug
wanna
you
play with
too.
prep on the fly or with deliberation.
I want to know
and
how
those are all
over leveled
different
you are here.
That is so
Like, what level
cool
are you?
because,
These are
like,
level
Like, I
18?
see so much like going on the stream, just so much complexity, and I want to just try it myself, like which style works best.
What level are you?
Like it's the dark arts is going to be the easiest route, but
You're
that
our
ancient
audience.
magic, to be honest, feels like much more powerful than just the dark arts.
Yeah.
To be fair.
And speaking of plants and potions, we're going
We
to be
need to-
putting
we
the
need to
dark
find
arts
out if you
away,
can
put those
AK
unforgivable curses away
through
and
school,
heading
or
to
if it's
the
just
room of requirement, which is your
Okay.
home within
I'm gonna
Hogwarts,
move
a
myself
personalizable
back.
space that actually has some utility as well, where you get to brew things and grow things and also care for some beasts.
Let's see. This is
Right,
what
Andrew's
I'm
got us
probably
in
most
the
interested
room of
about.
requirement,
There's new spells
wearing-
again.
we
Oh my
kinda went
gosh.
Casual mode on the outfit here, wearing a nice jumper.
That looks like Ben.
And I think that's a good jumping off point for the personalization of the space as well. Not just your character and the visuals of your character, but actually this space is a place that you can make your own.
Use AK for
Yeah, it was
everything,
super
no matter
important
who's
us
trying to
that
arrest
this
you.
space really did feel like your reflection as a wizard. So you can change the architecture in here.
What?
Different themes throughout, starkly different themes, to really just hammer home that this is
Oh.
yours. You
Oh
can
my
change-
god, what?
Yo,
This is beautiful. We never expected that to be. Oh my god.
you can literally change the
That's the
walls?
thing is, not only can you change the architecture here, but you can actually conjure little objects into this space,
Wait, whoa,
as you
whoa,
can
whoa,
see.
whoa.
So
Yo.
there's like statues that you can do, and ornaments,
he's
and
Moonstone
tables,
rich.
and rugs, and just a bunch of little things that really flesh out the space and bring it to life.
Oh my god, because like we had an idea that those places where you brew stuff, that's where you can change, but you can do all of this. Where do you even get this stuff? Like there's a furniture
Whoa.
store?
Yeah, so we call them conjurations. And the conjuration recipes can be purchased at
This
Thompson's
is
Falls in
madness. This
Hogsmeade.
is.
But also, as you engage in different types of gameplay throughout the world, you'll be rewarded with different.
You can change the color?
That's so cool. And you change color?
You can change the color, you can change the size of it, and you can place it basically anywhere.
Do you understand how
Oh my
much
God,
time
it's so
I'm about to be
tiny.
spending
It's like for baby
coloring the
mister.
chairs?
And I love how the system too is designed. It's not mechanical; it's immersive, and so you get the magical effect of conjuring it in, and you're actually doing this in the world as your character, but the way you've blended like that gameplay with the immersive design of personalizing
Oh
the
my
space.
god, like, and I love the animation, how it like appears, you know, like
Cat
it's
plates.
not just like
You
there,
can do
it's like,
cat
it almost
plates.
like it apparates.
It is really quite beautiful, and that was the thing is we wanted that to look really nice because the magic in the wizarding world
I've always
is
wanted a tiny
everywhere.
chair.
It's physical, it's kinetic, and it's whimsical. We really wanted to nail that whimsy in this space. Another thing that I wanted to discuss is that not only can you like conjure things and you can change
Dude,
their look, but you
like
can do that
5,
with the
10 more
utility
minutes.
objects as well. So you can see that we have planting pots and potion stations, and you can change the look of those as well.
Oh man.
And these are the areas where, as we had mentioned previously, you'll be growing your plants, you'll be brewing your potions.
Right.
So while you're also doing these like kind of nurturing based activities, this is also the space where you would bring your gear to be identified and gear to have
This
like,
is
traits put on it, which I believe Alan can talk to.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Appearance and how it looks, and on a like
But can I
in the
sit on
game,
the couch?
You can look like anything you want to whenever you want to. But the player will be finding different types of gear, that we call it, as you progress through the game. And essentially, we just know that
It's ridiculous.
clothes and different items in the Wizarding world can have
10
different
out of 10.
properties.
Haven't
And
even played
as
it.
you
Okay.
as you explore and as you adventure and as you defeat enemies, you're going to be finding different pieces of gear that have different abilities.
Superb
and
gear.
that
Blue.
can help you in your journey and are a major part of you kind of growing
Okay,
as
so
a
essentially
wizard
like
and advancing
runes
as a
or
wizard.
relics or something
And
like
so,
There's a huge list.
and not
There's
all the
so many.
time, whenever you get a new piece of gear, you don't necessarily know exactly what it does. And so there is a station inside of the room of requirement that you can conjure. It's one of the first things you conjure, called an identification station, where you can actually.
I don't know.
gain
Next year's loaded with
that
games.
gear
I
that
want
you're
it to be game of the year,
uncertain
but
about
next
and
year
learn what its
is
abilities are.
loaded
yeah,
already.
That's so cool.
And then as the space advances even further, and the space will eventually grow its own rooms, and you're gonna
Minecraft
get new
enchanting, literally.
recipes, you know, like Mackenzie's talking about, all these different things keep expanding, and as it expands, eventually you're going to earn what we see here, which is called a loom. And when you set up a loom, it's an ability to essentially customize exactly which magical properties are on your gear and take any piece of gear and adjust its properties and to tweak what it does. And I mentioned earlier that you can make anything look like anything. The collection of
transmog.
Appearances, we call it, or cosmetics, we've been referring to it in this stream. Those types of things you can use, and you can apply a look to any other.
I think we do,
look.
yeah.
So if you get a piece of gear, you put it on.
Yeah,
you
you
look
need to
like
probably
that, but you can
unlock
change
the
it to look
upgrades
like whatever
by
you want.
discovering them.
That's so
So
cool.
there's
And
transmog.
like you just
call
you
it
can just
transmog.
put some ability to this sweater, but then you can just swap that ability.
Yep, and appearances you can edit whenever you want in the gear screen. The loom is specifically about applying traits and applying larger upgrades that just kind of grant you greater statistical advantage or give you really specific abilities that blend in nicely with where you're trying to go with your combat fantasy or talents and things like that.
Hey,
Interesting.
Gerard,
I'm just like
at
I've
least
just
you can
seen
play
that
it.
They're just like pumpkin fur, mooncalf fur. Where does that come from?
Yeah,
Catching
and so you'll
moon
notice that
calves.
the ingredients that are used to add traits and to upgrade your gear are based around beasts. So this is where we get into the beast care section, which is inside this.
This is what I'm most
scenario.
interested about.
Kind of bigger space on the inside idea. And so you can see
my.
here we have a couple of beasts out. We have a graphorn and a mooncalf and a niffler and a neasel as well. So
Oh my
quite a
God.
variety.
Where's the Niffler? Where's
Oh my
Teddy?
God, he's just like a big puppy.
They're
So much.
cuddling. Oh my God, they're together. Oh,
There's the
that's
Niffler.
so cute.
They're adorable. And so part of beast care
Where is Bo
petting them
Chuckles?
as well, but feeding them too. And
Oh,
so
look
once
at that
you
bottom
do those
right.
things, that's when they feel safe enough that they'll give you their magical
You
ingredients.
can give them
So mooncalf
treats,
fur,
pet them.
Niffler fur, etc.
I don't know what the left
that
side
can then be
is.
used in your gear.
That is like so like intuitive because like you know that makes sense because when you touch the animals you get some fur leftovers. That's so. Oh my God.
Yeah, and we
Fully
really want
trained.
to hammer home the fact that this is like a home.
No
that
loading
you're
screen.
making
No,
for
there
them.
hasn't been
So
any this whole
in the
time.
overland, you can find these beast dens and rescue these beasts. Part of doing so is brushing them and feeding them food as well, and to build that relationship with your beasts. In addition to be able to care for beasts, you can actually conjure things in this space as well.
The house, the cottage.
Yeah.
Kitty,
Right. And
Crookshanks.
so we have like a lot of little ornaments in this area, and a lot of them are purely cosmetic, but they look really cool. Again, it's the personalization of this space.
Oh my goodness.
Can you go
this is,
inside
like,
the
I'm gonna
house?
spend 8 hours just designing this whole
A Niesel.
area to personalize. This is like cool. It's
Kitty?
Like you have this little play area, like a
If it releases in
personalized
April.
fish tank, so to say. just for the creatures. I love it.
Sorry, Gerard.
Yeah, no, totally. And there's like a decoration aspect, but there's also, we were saying inside as well, is there's a utility aspect to it too. So as you progress in the game and
Utility,
you're
you
able to
say?
purchase more conjurations, you're able to speed up your process. So one of them, for example, is the food processor, which allows for the beasts in the space to automatically
Feed
get
themselves.
feeds. You don't have to do it manually. And so you're really
That's like
building
Stardew
progression for
Valley.
yourself here.
You start having to
in
do
addition, there's
everything and then
also
you
a
move
toy
on.
box where you can, where you can play with your beasts. You'll
Bro.
see here, yeah. So you can, there's a bunch of toys in it, and each beast has their own favorite
quaffle?
toys. So as you can imagine, the moon calf really likes the moon ball, or the Neasel as like a little cat really likes to chase the yarn ball as well.
Yo.
And they're super cute.
Oh my god.
Watching them, it's so cute.
The big
What
thing
is
we really
going
want
on?
to hammer home is that the world is a dangerous place, and so by going and rescuing these beasts and bringing them back here and caring for them, you're really helping them out. There's poachers in the overland.
Can I catch
who
multiple
want to
grab
go
horns,
hunt
though?
these beasts for their material. So instead, you're
You
caring
legit
for
play
them. You're giving
fetch.
them a home.
Oh my god, this grab horn is just gigantic.
Can I have like an army of grab horns in the room of
But
requirements?
He looks like my dog. Look at my dog right now.
It looks like your dog. You got a big ass dog.
You could actually name them as well. So like your dog.
So getting back into
Just
that
take my money.
personalization, you know, yeah, we didn't want you to just like throw in, oh, here's a grab horn in here. Like, this can be named whatever Andrew's about to name them. Bruce.
The good name.
You know, we've created this really nice
Mating
space,
confirmed?
and
You can name
get
your
additional
animals.
vivariums, correct? To different kind of aesthetics and looks to where you're keeping your beasts and caring for them.
Progression is a big part of this space
Grab
as
horn
well.
named
So
Lassie.
as you progress
Grab
through the
horn
story,
names
you
Ben's
will
dog.
unlock more vivariums. So as you can see, this one's quite meadow themed, big, open, bright. But there's other ones, say like a swamp that you.
I'm
might
gonna find out what
encounter.
Ben's dog
and
is
it's
named.
really a
and
visual effect to and more space.
name
for,
my grab
for you.
horn that.
Oh, so it's like those. So when we're inside the room requirement, there's like on the left, there's that moon glow from one entrance, and then some.
I will name it
going on the
Doggo.
right. Is that what you're talking about?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Ah. Oh, you put trees in here too. Oh my goodness.
And another thing with the beast care.
Hey, that would be amazing.
Tying back
But
to
why?
the
I don't
same
steal
kind of
things.
Thing that you did with like the broom, where
Grab
the broom is
arm
not just
army,
a
like
method
your
of travel,
subs-
it's
subs,
actually
yeah.
built in and integrated into the world. In the same
Can
way,
you
like
change
beast
the
care isn't just
landscape?
this,
I don't
this
know.
added element. You're not
Yes.
just throwing it on top. There's really this like narrative and integration to
Moonstones.
Yeah, everything
Everything.
connects. So as you progress through the missions, you'll expand the space. As you
you
earn
progress the
resources, you'll go into
space.
Hogsmeade and use them to unlock the gameplay here and unlock new conjurations and different things to play around with. In the open world, it's in those different environments, like the different combat and conflicts and bandit camps
why?
and different
Why
things
is that
like
so
that that
big?
exist in the overland. Those things are what hold recipes that exist in the loom. So all
They
these things
haven't
have a way
walked
of
over there yet,
connecting.
but maybe.
Moonstone that you find out in the world is the
Kelpies?
resource that we use to conjure everything. That's found throughout the world.
We do get a Kelpie
forge rolls
robe.
are used for recipes. So really, everything's like a cycle and keeps you coming back.
But even with the story that's being told too.
Can I
you know,
catch the
think people
giant
know who
squid? I
Poppy
wish.
is and that she
Poppy?
has a
Evil?
particular affinity
Voldemort?
for beasts.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything we're seeing here, you know, you're going to be venturing out into the world, and
I don't want
and
Poppy
this is just
anywhere
kind of the tip
near.
Of the iceberg, even of kind of like your interactions with beasts in that narrative. So you know, you bring.
She's not
up
coming towards
Poppy,
my animals.
there are
She's not coming
more-
near them.
There are more kind of mysteries to discover and things to discover out in the world that have to do with her and that have to do
Yeah.
with caring for beasts.
I hope
So
we can go to the
different
lakeside
characters
there.
have their own stuff that just kind of make this all just kind of like the beginning of your journey.
Well, we could spend hours in here, but we're
Literally.
gonna have to end the stream now. What do you think about what you've
Whoa,
seen
whoa,
today?
whoa.
I mean, I'm just so blown away by how beautiful it looks. The open world seems so detailed, and there's so many things to do. And like the
Ooh, I don't
combat,
know.
we're
It
gonna
looks
we're
like
gonna
there's
spend
not.
like 2 weeks or more just breaking it down by pieces. There's just so much to this world. Like I'm so happy you
No.
guys did this overall gameplay.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
Got more for you to discover and find on your own. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Hogwarts Legacy is available for pre-order now. It releases February 10th with 72-hour early access for owners of the Collector's, Deluxe, and Digital Deluxe Edition. We're going to wrap things
Save for
up,
PlayStation 5
first
only.
we've got a
PlayStation
little
5
surprise
PC
for
and
you.
Xbox Series X.
Bye.
Because you took it from PS4. Okay, here we go. Ben? Don't do that, Ben. Merlin? He's going to see Merlin. Physically. Alright, well, that was a weird stopping point again. I'm going to pause that. But Riddle's diary? No, he's before Riddle. Based on the timeline, you're before Riddle. Riddle's 50 years before Harry Potter. Yeah. Reminds me of, yeah, Voldy, though. Dumbledore's room. I don't think that was Dumbledore's room. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll be posting a video of this stream, so if you could drop it a like, that would be amazing. Thank you guys all for watching. I will catch you in the next one.